Hello and welcome back to the channel Hell of Dominance. Anthony here. Please remember to like and subscribe, and also click that notification bell if you're enjoying what you're seeing and want to see more. In today's video we're going to have a look at this weekend's State of Origin Game 2 with the squads being announced. I'll put them up the sides, and also the ins and outs. We'll go into what's happened and where we're expecting these players to play. And also a thank you for a Saints player, as he's announced his retirement for the end of the season. So after the heavy loss in Game 1, Paul Green of the Queensland side has run with changes for his Game 2 Marines squad in hope of salvaging a series levelling win in Brisbane. Unfortunately, Harry Grant is a late withdrawal from the squad for Queensland after succumbing to another hamstring injury. Well, it's strain in Melbourne's win over the Tigers. Their impressive 66 points to 16 win. His omission follows Kalen Pongier's groin injury and AJ Brimson, who had knee injuries over the weekend. It sees that St George Illawarra's Dragons hooker Andrew McCulloch is recalled to number 9 jersey, having worn it 3 times in the 2018 series. Teammate Ben Hunter has also earned a recall, named to play the bench utility role he excelled at for Queensland in the series past. At fullback, Green has disregarded criticism from a number of key voices to name 18-year-old New Zealand Warriors Reece Walsh for his Origin debut. To the surprise of nobody, Josh Papali'i is back in the front row after missing Game 1 through suspension, while Cowboys prop Francis Molo has been named to make his Origin debut from the bench. Jaden Sewer and Joe Ofahinagoa are the 2 forwards to make way after poor performances off the bench for the Maroons in the last season's opener. And also Xavier Coates drops out after Holmes was moved from fullback to wing. So it's a backline changeover for the Maroons. The back 5 has been completely regenerated, as it looks like that Gagai, well, the 2 centres and the winger are still going to remain, but Valentine, Holmes and well, is going on to the other wing, while Reece Walsh is tender age that everyone's expecting to be an Origin player in the future, but they're also saying it's too early. It's too early for the gentleman, but we'll see how they go for the Maroons. So for the New South Wales team, Brad Fittler has announced his squad in alphabetical order, with 2 faces in Angus Crichton and Dane Finucane added to the series opening winning side. Finucane's inclusion comes after Drake Trebojevic was ruled out of Origin 2 with a hip injury, which will be likely seeing Junior Paolo come into the starting side and Crichton joining him on the bench. After missing Game 1 through suspension, Crichton will come off the bench, with Tariq Sims, Cameron Murray holding their spots in the starting lineup. Having successfully returned from a facial fracture for the Penrith Panthers side in their win against the Sydney Roosters, Nathan Cleary has been cleared to play in Game 2 for the Blues. You remember that cut? It turns out to be a small facial fracture, so yeah, it would have been a big miss for Nathan if Nathan Cleary wasn't available for the Blues, as he was pulling the strings for them all the way through the game with their 50 points to 6 win in Townsville. It was a one-sided affair. Meanwhile, Penrith's Happy Coruscant, and South Sydney's Campbell Graham are again amongst the reserves for the Queensland Blues. So the sides named their original 17 and then 3 reserves just in case. Almost a week in advance. Blues shouldn't need to change too much, barring injuries, because they won at a canter. It'll be a different Queensland side as they'll be revved up after. I think we were expecting a tougher referee stance due to the concussion crackdown, but Origin had the tough defending. They had the old refereeing stance of what everyone's expected and been learning to for the last 2 to 3 years. So we're going into that game, and I think that'll be, well, it'll definitely be a much closer affair. And dare I say it, Queensland will be the winners out of the 2 games. And finally, it's sad to hear that St Helens have confirmed that Joel Thompson will retire at the end of the current Super League season. Joel Thompson, 32, joined the Super League club ahead of the 2021 campaign from NRL side Manly Seagulls on a 2-year deal, but will call time on his career at the end of the season and will return back to Australia. Firstly, he said, "I want to thank everyone at St Helens for giving me the opportunity to play for this great club. I want to thank the players and of course the fans for welcoming me so openly. I wanted to pay thanks to Christian Wolf for putting his trust in me and for the way he's looked after me since I came over here. It's not been an easy decision for me to call time on my career, but I do feel that the end of the season is the right time to do that. I will make no secret of the fact that although my short time over here in the UK has been enjoyable personally, it has been extremely tough for my family both here and in Australia with everything that is going on right now," alluding to the COVID situation, Thompson said. Family comes first for me, and ultimately why I'm making this tough decision to return home and at the end of the season is because of that. I want to wish the club all the best in the years ahead, but my job is not over yet, and as I want to finish my year here with a success both at Wembley and in the Super League. All my focus is on achieving that wish for St Helens. So they're saying that he said, well, there was lewd comments in the press. I'll leave it at that point. That he has said that the physical tolls of rugby league, as well as family, home and abroad, and homesickness, so on and so forth, played into part of it. It wasn't just one thing; it was a culmination of things. It's what needs to be done to make sure that everyone's happy. And Christian Wolf will go into that in a few moments, as I will read his comments that were off the St Helens website. But a little bit of history. Thompson made his first team debut in 2008 for Canberra Raiders and enjoyed stints at St George Illawarra Dragons and then of the aforementioned Manly Seagulls. He's also represented the Indigenous All Stars on 7 occasions and country origin twice. That's the team at a lower level than Origin, or like New South Wales Cup, things like that. So to continue with that, as I said, here's what head coach Christian Wolf said. I knew when I brought Joel into the club what a professional he was, and working with him only emphasises that to me. He has a vast experience and is such a tough competitor. That's what makes him the player he is, and that is why he has had such a glittering career. Over the short time he's been here, We have really valued his input and influence amongst the group. I know how tough it's been for Joe's wife Amy and the girls, but they fit into the club really well, and we thoroughly understand and respect his and his family's decision. We now want to support Joel and his family to ensure they enjoy the rest of what time they have with us. Joel is not finished yet, though, and I know he's fully focused on achieving success with this group this season. So it's unfortunate that it's another situation of a player moving halfway around the world and not settling. Circumstances changed. I don't know too much about the family that Joel Thompson has, but it's what we do for all our families. If they're unhappy, do what's best for them. So we'll just wish him good luck for the season. Good luck to the family, and good luck in whatever you do next, whether it's with the sport or away from the sport. And that's it for another video, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe and share the video worldwide so that we can get the word out. I want to thank everyone that's done so far, and hopefully this will continue and we can push Rugby League on to being as big as possible. In the meantime, all the best, and I'll see you in the next video.